Hello dear students, myself Miss Vaishali Dekate. Welcome to my channel. I am teaching you subject mathematics in standard 6th. In this video, we will continue with our chapter number 5, decimal fractions. We will solve questions from practice set 15. But before that, subscribe my channel by pressing subscribe at right side. Press the bell icon also to get my recent videos. Now practice set 15, question number 1 is write the proper number in the empty boxes. So children, observe these numbers carefully and then you can fill in the boxes very easily. It becomes very easy if you observe all these numbers given in each and every sum. It will become very easy. We have just now seen how to convert the common fraction into decimal fraction. So this we will be using for solving the sums from this practice set 15, question number 1. So I have written all these questions as it is on my page. We will be solving on the page. Now let us look at the first sum. 3 upon 5 is equal to. This is first step, we can say 3 upon 5 is the question. Then from it, the second step we have given 3 upon 5 multiplied by what? Okay, we have to put the numbers in these boxes. Here equal to third step is given where denominator answer 10 is given. Denominator answer is 10, as you all can see here. Denominator answer is 10. So immediately we got to know that when we multiply 5 by 2, we get answer 10 because denominator answer is given 10. So what should be written? Which number should be written over here? We have to write 2 because 5 2s are 10. 5 2s are 10. So that's why we will have to write 2. As we are multiplying denominator by 2, we have to multiply numerator also by 2 because this is the rule. We have to multiply numerator as well as denominator by same number. So as we are multiplying denominator by 2 to get the answer 10, we will have to multiply numerator also by 2. Now let us multiply the numerator. 3 2s are. What is the answer? 3 2s are. What we will get? We get 3 2s are 6. And 6 upon 10 in decimal fraction. How it can be written? Because you all can see in the second sum, in the end, last answer is in the decimal fraction. That means we have to convert this 6 upon 10 into decimal fraction. In 10, there is 1 0. So we should see that in the answer, after point, there should be only one digit. And 6 is there in the numerator, single digit is there. So that 6 should be there after point. After point, this 6 should be there. So because in the denominator 10 is there, in 10 only 1 0 is there, so it will be 6 upon 10 means what? 0.6. After point only single digit will be there. In this way we have to write the answer of first sum. Now let us see in the second sum. In the second sum, the number is, or the fraction is 25 upon 8. Now, in the second step, what is given to us? 8 is multiplied by 125. As the denominator is multiplied by 125, we have to multiply numerator as well by 125. Because we all know the rule is we have to multiply numerator and denominator both by same number. So, if 8 is multiplied by 125, 25 also has to be multiplied by 125. Okay. Now, answer of denominator is given 8 into 125, answer is 1000. Now we have to write the answer of this multiplication. Now see children, the last answer is also given to us. When the last answer is given, do you really require to do this multiplication? If you want, you can do this multiplication. 25 multiplied by 125 and you will get the answer. But instead of doing this multiplication, you are having the answer over here. Answer is already given. After point, there are 3 digits. And in the denominator, there are 3 zeros. So, what should be written here? You have to remove this decimal point and write this number as it is. This number 3 1 3125 we have to write as it is. And when you convert this fraction into decimal fraction, 3125 divided by 1000, 3125 divided by 1000, how we can convert it into decimal fraction? As in the 1000, 3 zeros are there, we have to put the point before 3 digits. We have to write this number in the numerator as it is, 3125, and start counting the digits from the right to the left and put the point before 3 digits. So 1, 2, 3, and we have to put the point over here. So answer is 3.125. Here it is given 3.125. So answer is given to us. From this answer only you can directly write the answer 3125. And if you multiply 25 into 125, answer will be 3125. If you want, you can multiply, or just by observing this answer you can directly write the number in the box. Okay, now let us go on the next sum. Third one, the number is 21 upon 2, and in the second step we have to write the number by which we will have to multiply numerator as well as denominator. In the third step, the answer of denominator is given, 10 is given. So here 2 is there. That means we have to find a number by which when we multiply 2, answer is 10. So 2 multiplied by what? Answer is 10. 2 multiplied by 5. We all know 2 5s are 10. So as we are multiplying 2 by 5, we have to multiply 21 also by 5. Correct? And then we have to write the answer of multiplication in the next box. So for this you will have to do multiplication 21 into 5. If you know the table of 25, it becomes very easy. Table of 21, not 25. 21 5s are, what is the answer? 105. Okay, 105 upon 10 is the answer. Now we have to convert this number 105 upon 10 into decimal fraction. So what should be done? Write this number 105 as it is, 105. Now in the denominator 10 is there, in 10 10 is there. So we have to put a decimal point before one digit from right to left. Before one digit from right to left. So point will be here, decimal point will be here. So after decimal point there will be single digit on the right hand side. In this way you can write the answer. Now let us see this fourth sum. In the fourth sum, first number is 22 upon 40, and then it is converted into 11 upon 20. It is reduced as 11 upon 20. Now ignore this number. You should not look at this number. From this number the remaining sum we will have to write. If you want, you can see here 22 upon 40 how it is reduced in 11 upon 20. When we divide or when we cancel 22 and 40 by 2, we will get 11 upon 20. 2 ones are 2, 2 ones are 2, we get 11. Here I will be showing you 2 ones are 2, 2 ones are 2, we get 11. 2 2s are 4, 2 zeros are 0, we get 11 upon 20. In this way 11 upon 20 has come. Now we have to ignore this number. We have to start looking from this 11 upon 20 and we have to solve the sum. Now see children, 11 upon 20 multiply by, we have to fill in these boxes, and here the answer of denominator is given, 100 is given to us. So 20 multiply by which number? Answer should be 100. You all know the table of 20. We all know 20 5s are 100. Correct? So 20 multiplied by 5. Denominator multiplied by 5. That means we have to multiply numerator as well by 5. Now 20 5s are 100. Answer is given. So we have to write the answer of this multiplication in the numerator. 11 5s are 55. Correct? 11 5s are 55. Now we have to convert this 55 upon 100 into decimal fraction. 55 upon 100. How to convert it? First write this numerator number as it is, 55. Okay. Now in the denominator 100 is there. That means 2 zeros are there. That means decimal point should be written before 2 digits from right to left. From right to left. So 1 2. 2 digits are there. That means we have to put a decimal point over here from right to left. And on the left hand side nothing is there, so we will put 0. So answer is 0.55. After decimal point there are 2 digits and in denominator there are 2 zeros. In this way you can write the answer by logical thinking only. You don't need to solve the sums here. Okay. Now let us go on second question. Now second question is convert the common fractions into decimal fraction. These are the common fractions and we have to convert them into decimal fractions. That means we have to convert them into number where we will get decimal points. So for conversion of these fractions, common fractions into number having decimal point, what we have to see? We have to see that in the denominator of all these numbers, we should get the numbers which are multiple of 10. That means in the denominator somehow either by multiplication or by division we should get 10, 100, 1000, 10,000 like that. We should get those numbers which are the multiples of 10s only. So let us solve this first sum, 3 upon 4. So I write it as 3 upon 4. Now see children, if I multiply 4 by 2, I get 4 2s are 8, 4 3s are 12. So if I multiply by any number, I will not get 10. So if I am not getting 10, I will check whether I can get 100 in the denominator. Okay, always see that in the denominator we should get the numbers which are multiple of 10. That means we should get 10, 100, 1000 like that. These numbers we should get in the denominator. So for that we have to multiply the denominator by some numbers or either by multiplication or by division. Sometimes we have to divide also to get 10, 100, 1000 like that. So if you multiply 4 by 2, we get 8. If you multiply 4 by 3, we get 12, which is bigger than 10. So we are not getting 10 anyhow. So we should see that can we get 100? By which number we have to multiply 4 so that we can get 100? So for that your table should be learned by heart. Are you understanding? So if your tables are learned by heart, you will immediately get to know that if you multiply 4 by 25, you get 100 in the denominator because 25 4s are 100. Okay, and if it is not possible to find out a number by which you have to multiply, what you should do? You directly divide 100 by 4. 4 2s are 8. 10 minus 8 is 2. This 0 we have to put down. Okay, then 4 5s are 20. Remainder we get 0. That means when we multiply 4 by 25, answer is 100. So in this way also you can get a number by which we have to multiply the denominator. So answer will be 100 or 1000 or 10,000 like that. As we require 100, what we did? We have divided 100 by 4. We get 25. So 4 multiplied by 25, answer is 100. In this way we get a number. Now 4 is multiplied by 25. That means denominator is multiplied by 25. So we have to multiply numerator as well by 25. Now let us write the answer. In denominator what we are getting? 4 25s are 100 or 25 4s are 100 we get. Now 25 3s are, what is 25 3s are? 25 1s are 25, 25 2s are 50, 25 3s are 75. Now we have got such a fraction where the denominator is multiple of 10. Now after getting the denominator multiple of 10, we have to convert it into decimal fraction. For the conversion in the decimal fraction, what should be done? We write this numerator first. Write down the numerator 75. Now as there are 2 zeros in the denominator, there is 100, and in 100 there are 2 zeros. In denominator there are 2 zeros. So in the answer, decimal point should be in front of 2 digits from right to left. We have to count from right to left. So 1, 2 and put a decimal point. Nothing is there, so we can put 0. So 75 upon 100 means 0.75. In this way, you have to write the answer. Now let us see what is second number. Second number is 4 upon 5. I will be writing here. Second is 4 upon 5. So let us solve this. In solution, what we write? We write the number 4 upon 5. 4 upon 5. Now we have to find out by which number we have to multiply this 5. So the answer of this multiplication should be 10 or 100 or 1000. So immediately the number comes in our mind is 2. When we multiply 5 by 2, we get answer 10. So as we are multiplying 5 by 2, we have to multiply 4 also by 2. See children, it is not necessary you should get 100. You can get 10 also, you can get 1000 also. Here it was not possible to get 10. In first sum it was not possible to get 10. So for the that's why we have done the multiplication in such a way we got 100. Here it is possible to get 10 in the denominator. So 5 2s are 10 and 4 2s are 8. So we are getting 8 upon 10. Multiple of 10 in the denominator. Now how to convert it into the decimal fraction? We have to write this 8 as it is first. First write down this numerator as it is. Now in denominator 10 is there. Single 0, 1 0 is there. So the decimal point should be there before one digit from right to left. Before one digit, single digit is there. So decimal point should be here. On the left hand side nothing is there. So write 0. So answer is 0.8. 8 upon 10 means 0.8. In this way we can write the answer. Now let us see next sum. Now next number is 9 upon 8. Let us do it. 9 upon 8. So first check by which number you can multiply 8. So we will get multiples of 10. That means can we get 10 if you multiply 8 by some numbers? So we all know 8 1s are 8, 8 2s are 16. 16 is bigger than 10. So there is not such a number by which if you multiply 8, 10 we will not get as the answer. No, not possible. Now if you multiply 8 by any other number, can you get 100 as the answer? See, 8 10s are 80, we all know. 8 11s are 88. 8 12s are, what is 8 12s are? It's 96. See, 8 10s are 80, we all know, which is smaller than 100. 8 11s are 88, we all know. 8 12s are 96. 8 13s are 104. Now 104 is bigger than 100. So we are not getting the number by which if you multiply and answer we are not getting 100. That means we are not able to find out a number by which if you multiply answer should be 100. If you multiply 8 by that number, answer should be 100. Such number we are not able to find out. So let us see if there is any number by which if you multiply 8 the answer should be 1000, because 100 we are not getting. If in this way also if you want to find out, divide 100 by 4 we have done in question number 1. Same way if you want, you can divide 8 also by divide 100 by 8 and let us find out if you get any such number. Here I will be showing you on another page. 100 divide by 8. So you all know 8 1s are 8, 2 remaining. This 0 we put down. 8 2s are 16, 4 remaining. 4 is smaller than 8. So we are not getting remainder 0. That means we cannot divide 100 by 8 completely. Complete division cannot be taken place. So we are not able to find out a number by which if you multiply 8, answer should be 100. It is not possible. Now let us see, can we get 1000 in the denominator? That means what, we will have to divide 1000 by 8. So let us divide. 8 1s are 8. 10 minus 8 answer is 2. then we put down this 0. 8 2s are 16. 20 minus 16, answer is 4. One more 0 is remaining, so we will put it down. 8 5s are 40 and answer is 0. That means we can completely divide 1000 by 8. That means what? The answer is 125. That means 125 multiplied by 8, answer is 1000. So we are getting 1000. It is possible to get 1000 in the denominator if you multiply 8 by 125. So let us multiply 8 by 125. Okay, so answer is 1000. As we are multiplying 8 by 125, we have to multiply 9 also by 125. So 8 when we multiply by 125, what we are getting? We are getting 1000. Okay. And what is 9 multiplied by 125? 125 into 9. This multiplication we will have to do. So let us do here on another page. 125 into 9. 9 5s are 45. 5 return, 4 carrying. 9 2s are 18. 18 plus 4 22. 2 return, 2 carrying. 9 1s are 9. 9 plus 2 11. We are getting 1125 here. 1125. Now we have to convert it into decimal fraction. For the conversion of decimal fraction, what should be done? We write this number in the numerator as it is 1125. Now we will put a decimal point in this number. How to put the decimal point? We have to see how many zeros are there in the denominator. In denominator there are 3 zeros, 1, 2, 3. So from right to left we have to count 3 digits and we will be putting the point over there before those 3 digits. So 1, 2, 3. 3 digits are there, put a point. And on the left hand side 1 is there, so we don't require to write the 0 also. So in denominator 3 zeros are there. We have to count the digits from right towards left and we can put the 0. So how many digits we have to count? As 3 zeros are there, we have to count 3 digits, 1, 2, 3 and then put the decimal point. This is our answer. Now next number is 17 upon 20. Fourth sum, we are having 17 upon 20. So let us write the solution. Write the number 17 upon 20 is equal to 20 multiplied by what? Now see children, 20 is bigger than 10, so we will not get 10 in the denominator. We will have to find the other number by which if you multiply, answer should be 100. 10 we cannot get. So we have to find the number so that we will get answer as 100. So by which number we can multiply? We can multiply by 5. 25 is 100, we all know. So as we have to multiply 20 by 5, we will have to multiply 17 also by 5. Numerator denominator should be multiplied by same number. So in denominator we are getting 100. What is 17 5s are? If you know the table, you will get immediate answer. 17 5s are 85. Now while writing into decimal fraction, write this number in the numerator as it is. Now how many zeros? 2 zeros. That means decimal point should be put before 2 digits from right to left. So 1, 2. We have to put decimal point here. On the left hand side nothing is there. Put the 0. Answer is 0.85. Now next number is 36 upon 40. So what we have to see? We have to check whether we will get multiples of 10, 10, 100, 1000, so on. Now see children, every time it is not necessary that we will have to multiply and get the multiples of 10. Sometimes we can divide and get the multiple of 10. It is not necessary every time you have to divide the denominator. Sorry, it is not necessary every time that you have to multiply the denominator. Sometimes we can divide also and get the answer 10. So here we can see 40 is there. You can divide 40 by 4 and you will get answer 10. And it is possible to divide 36 also by 4. Because we all know 36 is there in the table of 4. 4 9s are 36. So we can divide 36 also by 4 and 40 also by 4. It becomes easy, and it is possible to divide both these numbers in numerator as well as denominator by 4 and get the denominator as multiple of 10. So let us divide. 36 also divide by 4 and 40 also divide by 4. Why we are dividing 40 by 4? So that we can get the denominator as multiple of 10. So when we divide 40 by 4, what we get? We get 10, correct? 40 divided by 4. 40 divided by 4. 4 ones are 4. 0 written down. 4 zeros are 0. So 4 tens are 40. We all know. So in the denominator, we will get, in the denominator what we will get? We will get 40 divided by 4 is 10. And 36 divided by 4 is 9. 4 nines are 36. So answer is 9. Now 9 upon 10 convert into decimal fraction. How to convert? Write 9 as it is. This numerator as it is. Now in denominator 10 is there. In 10 1 0 is there. So decimal point should be kept before one digit from the right to left. So one digit, put the decimal point. Nothing is there on the left hand side, put 0. So answer is 0.9. Now let us see what is next number. Next number is 7 upon 25. Sixth one. 7 upon 25. So write the solution. Write the number 7 upon 25. It is very easy sum. By which number? We have to multiply 25. So denominator should be 10 or 100 or 1000. It is not possible to get 10 by multiplying because 25 is bigger than 10. So we can multiply by 4 if you know the table of 25. 25 4s are 100. As we are multiplying 25 by 4, we have to multiply 7 also by 4. So answer we will be getting 25 4s are 100 and 7 4s are 28. Now write in the decimal fraction this 28 from numerator write as it is. In 100 2 zeros are there, in the denominator 2 zeros are there, so decimal point should be kept before two digits from right to left. So 0 8 2 digits, then put the decimal point. Nothing is there, put 0. Now see this last sum, 19 upon 200. Last one, 7th. 19 upon 200. Solution. Again write the number 19 upon 200. As I have told you, it is not necessary every time we have to multiply. We can divide also. So as you all can see, if you divide 200 by 2, what will be the answer? It will be 100. If you divide 200 by 20, what will be the answer? Answer will be 10. Or if you multiply 200 by 5, you will get 1000 in the denominator. We can do anything. So here we can multiply 200 by 5. So answer is 1000. As we are multiplying denominator by 5, we have to multiply numerator also by 5. What is 19 into 5? 19 5s are 95. Now write in the decimal fraction. This 95 we have to write as it is. 3 zeros are there. That means decimal point should be put before 3 digits. Only 2 digits are there. 1, 2. 3 digits are not there. So what should be done? We have to put 0 as 3 digits are not there. So we are getting 3 digits now. 1, 2, 3. Put the decimal point. Nothing is there on the left hand side. Again put 0. So answer is 0.095. Now let us solve this third question. Convert the decimal fractions into common fractions. Converting decimal fraction into common fraction is very easy, children. So let us see how to convert it. I have written the questions as it is. First number is 27.5. These numbers are in decimal fractions. We will have to convert them into common fractions. How to convert the decimal fraction numbers into common fractions? Let us see. First, write these numbers as it is. 27.5, remove the point and write the number as it is. Do not write this point, write the number as it is. It becomes 275. Okay, first we have to write the number as it is by removing the decimal point. Do not write this decimal point. And upon, after decimal point, only one digit is there, only single digit is there. So upon, after 1 we write only 1 0, single 0 we will have to write. So in this way we have converted this decimal fraction into common fraction. 27.5 means 27.5 is equal to 275 upon 10. It is so simple. Now let us solve this second one. We have given 0.007. See, all these zeros are there, so we don't require to write these zeros. We will write 7 directly. Do not write decimal point. Write directly 7 in the numerator. And upon denominator, we write 1. And after 1, how many zeros we have to place? See, after decimal point, we are having 3 digits. 1, 2, 3. So, after 1, we will be putting 3 zeros. As 3 digits are there after decimal point, we will be writing 3 zeros after 1 in the denominator. Now let us see this next sum, 90.8. So again remove this decimal point, do not write it. We write it as 908 upon. After point there is single digits, so after 1 we write single 0 in the denominator. Now let us see this fourth one. In fourth one, 39.15 is there, so we write without decimal point 3915, that means 3915 upon. We write 1, and after 1 how many zeros we will have to place? See, after decimal point there are 2 digits, so we will put 2 zeros. Very easy. Next sum, remove the decimal point and write the number in the numerator 312. Do not write this point. Okay, and in denominator write 1, and after 1 how many zeros? 1, 2. 2 digits are there, means 2 zeros. Next one, we write this number in the numerator without decimal point. Now see children, after 400 are there, and this 400 is there after decimal point on the right hand side. When on the right hand side after decimal point 1 digit is there and all the zeros are there, those zeros doesn't have any value. We don't write those zeros. So we write only 704. Like here we have not written these zeros. After decimal point we have written 7 directly. Similarly we have to write 4 only. We should not write these zeros. Okay, and then write 1 in the denominator. After decimal point how many digits are there? 1, 2, 3. So we will put 1, 2, 3 zeros. In this way writing into common fraction is very easy. So here we have completed our practice set 15 all questions.